It's time for City Beat, your source for all the latest news on the city of Thompson. Only on 102.9 CHTM, your radio station.
Good morning. This is City Beat. I'm Monika Gul, and with me today is Mayor Dennis Fenske. Thanks for joining me.
Good morning.
If you have a question you'd like to ask the mayor, give us a call at 677-8181. To kick things off, what's been happening around the city?
Well, as everyone notices, we had a big snowfall last night. It's continuing throughout the day. So from a safety share perspective, we've got sanders and graders out this morning as of 5 o'clock. They'll be working double shifts. And so be aware of the large equipment in and around community and drive to the conditions of the road, as well as pedestrians. That light snowfall covers the ice that's been there. So there's still a slip and fall danger. So be cautious when you're walking to wherever you're going to, and especially be careful around the school zones with the kids. You never know when the kid's going to jump out or dart out into the traffic, so be extra cautious in the school zones.
Great reminder. The snowfall came just in time for Christmas.
Absolutely.
On Monday, City Council approved the conditional use for 2 care homes in a single detached residential zone. Can you tell us what these houses will be used for, and also maybe tell us how common it is for the city to receive requests like this?
Start off with it's common. We have other houses like this in our community. These 2 are basically transitional houses, taking kids from an unsafe situation to a safe situation for a maximum of 2 weeks as they transition into the care system that we have in place for our community through other agencies. So it's not uncommon, and they are highly regulated in regards to how the buildings are managed. We also enforce the bylaws in regards to building standards. So neighborhoods should not notice any significant difference whether you're a neighbor or down the street from the operations of these homes.
Okay. The city's also looking to change the taxi bylaw. The first reading of an amended bylaw was passed on Monday. Can you tell us about the changes being made and how it'll affect the way drivers obtain their taxi license?
Well, basically, it's about the testing procedure, the English language component of it, and from the perspective of the different components of the test, it was basically written at a college or university level. And in reviewing the City of Winnipeg and other agencies, the questions are now phrased in a lower, I shouldn't say lower, but an easier understandable language from perspective and understanding, so that it makes it easier for the potential cab drivers to get through the testing. And so it just makes it a little easier. There still are standards in regards to English language and things like that, but it just makes it a little easier for someone to go through the system to get their taxi license.
And as you said during the meeting, it's not going to affect safety, right?
No, absolutely. It doesn't affect any safety of the patrons or the drivers themselves. It's just an ability to get through the bureaucracy of obtaining a taxi license.
Okay. Now we have a caller for joining us right now. Donna, hi. What's your question for the mayor?
Hi. My question is, I see the City Hall is all decorated. We usually have decorations throughout the town. Why is there no decorations when there's been time to put decorations up all over town?
So basically, from the City Hall perspective, we've concentrated the decorations. There's a limited budget that we have, and so that facility is our central facility for the city government, and so that's our central point of the decorations. We put a lot of extra effort, and I want to congratulate the Department of Recreation, Parks and Culture to the effects that they've done. On a smaller scale, others are decorated within the facilities, like the TRCC and Public Works and that matter. We would encourage all businesses and people in general at the residential. I see there's some big decorations throughout the neighborhood, so we would encourage everyone to get into the holiday spirit and decorate their homes or their businesses. But our feature has been, and it's budget constraints. We want to put the best bang forward, and so we've featured City Hall.
Okay, thanks for the call, Donna. The city has been changing the logos on vehicles with the new brand and logo. 55 have been completed with 25 left. How has that been going, and when can we expect the rest of the vehicles to have their logos changed?
Yeah, this is part of the Tedwick process, the rebranding of the city of Thompson. We started last year in regards to rolling out the new brand, and it's an ongoing process. It'll take 2 to 3 years to get everything changed over. This is everything from the business cars that we have to the vehicles that we have on the street. So vehicle-wise, as you mentioned, the numbers were almost completed on the vehicle. We have done some work on the business cards and letterheads, and we'll continue that branding process, the changeover. Like normal businesses like Manitoba Hydro or MTS who've gone through the same thing, it usually takes 2 to 3 years to roll out the whole change in brand. And so we're on schedule. We're into the second year, and we'll continue that for into 17 as well.
Yeah, I've been noticing slowly the trucks and stuff getting changed. A reminder to those listening, if you have a question you'd like to ask the mayor, give us a call at 677-8181. There's been some Facebook chatter about Thompson becoming the wolf capital of the world. Some saying it's a great idea, others not so much. I'm curious, where do you as mayor stand on the issue? Are you in support of residents trying to make Thompson the wolf capital of the world?
Well, I think you have to look at it at a high level in regards to tourism and the attraction to our community and featuring the wolf. There's been a strong initiative through the Spirit Way community that have initiated that a number of years passed by. There are a number of examples of it, the wolf statues around the community, the huge mural on the Highland Towers, and others that have been going on. There's a education research portion of that. There is work with the Boreal Discovery Center with a habitat for wolves. So from a tourism perspective, I applaud the groups that are working towards making the initiative come to fruition in making us an additional stop for those that are traveling on to Churchill to see the polar bears. And I know there is some controversy on that, but I think people have their opinions, and I would hope that they would voice the opinions directly to those that are working on the initiative, rather than bantering back and forth on Facebook, whether it's good or bad. I would strongly suggest that they make their views known to the Spirit Way Committee and the Boreal Discovery Center in regards to any concerns, as well as any accolades in moving that forward. And at the end of the day, the project will be what the project will be. But from that perspective, I applaud the work that's been done by the volunteers. A lot of work's been gone into that, and from regards to attending conferences and making the awareness provincial, nationally, and internationally of what Thompson's about. And so I applaud that efforts, and we'll see where it ends up.
All right. I understand you have a conference call today regarding refugee resettlement. What can you share with us about this call?
It's in early stages. Recently, they've announced that Manitoba will be receiving refugees. This is, I believe, just an initial a call to see where the interest level is and what organizations are available or can accommodate. So I'll know more after this afternoon's call, and we'll be able to talk to our residents in regards to how the community of Thompson will be affected or reach out to Syrian refugees.
All right, we'll see what happens. Tomorrow and Saturday are the Thompson Fur Tables. I understand this is a pretty big event here in Thompson, right?
Absolutely. This is a huge economic impact to our community in a very short window of time, 3 days. Anywhere from $250,000 to $750,000 flows through our community. And I want to emphasize that most of it stays within the community because trappers are buying goods and services. They're staying in our community. They're eating in our community. And they're buying materials that they need to take back to their community. So we strongly support the fur tables in Thompson. We strongly support the trappers in and around our region. And hopefully, I know it was a tough season with the weather. Hopefully, they were able to get to their trap lines and have success. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they did on the weekend.
Yeah, and that'll be at St. Joseph's Hall for those wondering. We have another caller joining us. Gordon, hi, thanks for calling in. What's your question
good
for the
morning.
mayor?
Yeah, it's not a question. I just want to congratulate you, Donica, Dennis, and wish you all a Merry Christmas to work to the staff of the city and CHTM. You're doing a good job, and I enjoy City Beat every Thursday. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And in the Christmas spirit, I want to ensure that the residents and surrounding region as well wish everybody a happy and safe holiday season. I've talked in the past about ice conditions. We want to make sure that everybody's doing things safely, whether it's snowmobiling, ice fishing, or just out walking. So again, along the line of Christmas cheer, we want to make sure that everybody's safe and enjoys the holiday season.
Yes, thank you, Gordon, for that nice call. And good timing as well. We're about to wrap up. Anything else you wanted to mention for today?
Busy weekend again. TRCC is always busy in December, and no different this weekend. We have the Norman Wild girls hockey teams playing at 1:30 and 10:30 on Saturday and Sunday at the CN Nesbitt Arena, followed by the Norman North Stars against the Parkland Rangers on the 19th and 20th. And so that's at 7:30 on Saturday night, 1:30 Sunday afternoon. We want to make sure that, again, support our local athletes. They put a lot of effort into their sports, whether it be hockey, ringette, figure skating, gymnastics, or whatever, swimming as well, to name a few. And it's really encouraging when athletes get to perform in front of their mom and dad, girlfriends, boyfriends, whoever, grandparents. It's really nice to see people in the stands. So I would encourage everybody to come out, support your kids, nephews, nieces, whoever is playing, and cheer loudly as they love to hear the yells from the stands.
Great. And also, some city buildings will be closed as well during the holidays, right?
Yes, we will be closed. We are closed for 4 days. All city facilities will be closed for 4 days, starting, I believe, at noon on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and the Monday after. So I think we open on the 28th, I believe.
All right, sounds good. That wraps this edition of City Beat. I'll echo Mayor Fenske's comments and wish everyone a Merry Christmas. And as mentioned, this will be our last City Beat in the year of 2015. So join us next year on January 7th at 11:30 to find out more about what's happening around the city and City Hall. For 102.9 CHTM, I'm Monika Gul.
City Beat will be back next Thursday morning at 11.